You know, in a world where we cringe every time someone feels the need to be politically correct. So, the Houston Texans played a football game last night, folks, in Cincinnati against the 8-0 Bengals. Texans were 3-5. Texans have not looked good this year. And they are weak on talent. And nobody gave them a shot. Hell, we can go back to the video where I sat here and before I previewed the Giants-Patriots game, I said, oh, don't worry about that Monday night game. Bengals, take the money, put whatever you have to put. Hopefully you didn't listen to me because you would have lost your mortgage. Texans beat them. 10-6. Defensive struggle. TJ Yates throws the only touchdown of the game, and Dalton had a bad night. And the Houston defense was on him. J.J. Watt was on him. But the big thing is not that. It's after the game when J.J. Watt is being interviewed by ESPN. And he said, we made the red rifle tonight look like a Red Ryder BB gun. And it was a diss towards Andy Dalton. Andy Dalton then comes out in the press conference and says, oh, that's real classless by J.J. Watt. What an example he's setting. That's a bad example. J.J. Watt's got to think of the kids. I'm sorry. Did J.J. Watt come out and say that he uses PEDs? Did he accuse Andy Dalton of using PEDs? Did he accuse Andy Dalton of something lewd? No. First of all, put yourself in J.J. Watt's shoes. The Texans come into that game at 3-5. The Bengals are undefeated. They're ready, people are ready to stamp them as a Super Bowl team. Not me yet, but some people out there stamping them as a Super Bowl team. You come in at 3-5 in their building. They're 8-0, and you hold them to 6 points and you beat them. And they were driving, and you beat them. You get a takeaway at the end of the game to beat them, to end their perfect undefeated season. What is he supposed to do, J.J. Watt? Smile and be like, you guys never gave us a chance, but, I guess we proved you wrong. No! Have a chip on your shoulder. No one was giving you a shot. I wasn't giving you a shot. Nobody was. There were people on Houston sports radio that wasn't giving them a shot. Come on. What is he supposed to do? And again, that's us living in a pussified country. J.J. Watt can't talk a little trash at the end of a football game? Really? Is this where this country is coming to, where it has become so pussified that J.J. Watt can't talk a little trash to Andy Dalton after he ends his undefeated season? Come on! Wake up here! Do you want J.J. Watt to apologize and bake a cake for him? I'm sorry, Andy. Here you go. Want to sit over a nice cold glass of milk and watch the news? No! I mean, just stop with the pussifying of everything. I can't stand it. We've become so pussified. It's not even funny. And not only has the country become pussified, we're becoming pussified in sports. And first of all, ESPN and the media, do your research. Because after J.J. Watt said that, he then went on to say Andy Dalton is a great player and the Cincinnati Bengals are one hell of a football team. But you didn't mention that at all. Stephen A. Smith and Skip Bayless. Stephen A. Smith here. On First Take, they didn't mention that. They didn't play that clip. All they played was J.J. Watt going, we made the red rifle look like a Red Ryder BB gun tonight. And what about what else he said? What about the positive that he said? We want to live in a positive world. What about the positive that he said? So let's focus on the legitimate trash talk that he did, make that into a negative, and ignore the positive information that he said and spoke about the Bengals. This is what's wrong with the media in news and sports. They just love to have something to talk about. Oh my God, let's get that radio show. Let's get the phone calls going. Get those phone lines going. J.J. Watt spoke trash. There's a feud going on between Dalton and Watt. No, there's not. Why should there be? Why should there be? Watt spoke a little trash after he ended their undefeated streak. They were 8-0. He beat him in his building. What do you want him to do? Look angry about it? Apologize? Give him the win back? My God, it's irritating. Two minutes in front of one story on a podcast. We're back.